It might be argued that both naive and representative realism also have problems with distinguishing veridical perception. But whereas representative realism can distinguish between primary and secondary qualities, idealism can merely look at what information coheres well with other information. The idealist perspective also seems counterintuitive. We think that we know that there's a world out there. We know that it continues to exist when there's no one else to see it. We're merely part of that world, merely fairly passive observers. There is the question of God. Berkeley uses God to bolster his position, suggesting that God continues to perceive objects when there is no other observer. There is no accepted rational a priori proof of the existence of God. The closest we can come to it is the ontological argument, which is accepted by very few modern philosophers. So we must conclude that for Berkeley to base his whole ontology, his whole theory of what exists, on an unproven premise is pushing it a bit. Tom Wickenby's pontifications are mainly intended for United Kingdom students of A-level philosophy, whatever that is. Remember, the AQA examining board is in no way involved with the production of this movie. Also remember, philosophy grades can go down as well as up. Thank you very much. The Hodder Introduction to AQA Philosophy is highly recommended. The final chapter deals with knowledge of the external world in a brief but convincing fashion. 30-mark questions are likely to be along the lines of that from the January 2009 exam. Consider whether the strengths of idealism outweigh the weaknesses. That was total rubbish, you idiot.